1, 2, perfect. All right, we're testing, everybody. Yes, I can close the door. All right, let's see. Hello, everyone. I hope this works. So today we're gonna be looking into some things. This is the newest and latest that will be uploaded very soon. The review probably in like the next couple of days. I'll start testing today, and then I'll get to it in just a second. Let me just post this to everyone. AT&T So today we start with some news. We're just hanging out again, trying to do these a little bit more often, just because there's a lot of questions right now. And today's live stream is essentially I'm testing which phones still work with AT&T. So we're gonna be testing a lot of different devices and kind of like dispelling some myths at the same time. So stay tuned. Let me figure something out. Let me see this. Okay, let me put that away. Put it a little bit further so that you guys don't get that. So today we're going to be testing what phones do still work with AT&T. Now, as you see, I got a prime example right here. We're going to be using different SIM cards from AT&T. And I need to still activate one of these, which is the Lite plan from the Lite phone team. And again, if you have any questions, just put them in the chat. We're going to be going over all of your questions and everything else that you may have. I feel like that's moving quite a lot. Maybe it's not moving now. Okay, yeah, it may move a little bit because of my table here. So I'm going to try to make it not move. All right. So today we're going to be testing a couple of phones and a couple of things. We're going to be testing the Nokia 6310. We're going to be testing the Sunbeam Orchid. Anything that I have remaining here, and I'll be kind of like going through a couple of different things on these different phones. Services. I need to activate a SIM card here, and then we'll get started with our thing. Hey Ryan, hi, how's it going? Hope you guys are doing well. We're gonna start with the 30 service address. 203 USA, Colorado. Safe. Perfect. Okay, well that's not good. Okay. I don't know what happened, but I'm getting some things together, guys, so that we can test with the... Let's see, does it work? Okay. All right. Choose payment method. Yep, right here. Sure. Just give me 8901. Perfect. And I'll be using it with this one. Sure. No thanks. Confirm. Okay, that should work for service activation. As soon as we have it active, I'll be testing. So this is a SIM card from Lite that I'm activating right now, which is an AT&T service. I'm actually going to migrate all of my MVNO, so mobile virtual network operator, to this service now, to figure it out. So they're gonna tell me when it's done. And here is the phone that we're taking a short look in the live stream to it. And then after that we will, let me see, That seems a little bit blurry. Looks better. Brings a charger and some headphones. So that's that. And of course, the most important part, the battery. I did not put this on. Let me copy this. I did not put it on Reddit. Usually you guys like it when I put it on Reddit. So let me put this on the Dumbphone subreddit. And with AT&T. That's the question of the day. What dumb phones do still work with AT&T? And after that, we'll go over it in just a second. We'll go over the different phones and things. Let's first turn this device on. Do you use H2O wireless? No, I'm using, again, I'm using Lite, which is from the Lite phone. You can use H2O wireless. That's another AT&T MVNO. So that's essentially what's going on. For those of you who care about this kind of stuff, so it does have a SIM 2. That's a bigger SIM, and this is a nano SIM right here. So it has a nano SIM and a bigger SIM, and it also has SD card. 1200 milliamp hour battery for the device. I think it's a little bit bigger than this one, the Nokia 6310. So let me see how it is. Thanks, Ryan. I enjoyed the Lite phone stream too. I believe it will have some sort of ebook compatibility in the future, as Joe said it there. Yep, this phone has a little bit of a bigger battery. This one is 1150 on the Nokia 6310. And the Nokia 220 4G has a little bit of a bigger battery. So to keep in mind, if you're considering this phone, I'll be loading it into the... let me put the SIM card, why not? So this is something that I actually how to. So you pull it, and then you go here. Or there you go. Let me go. Sit down here. Lock. Oh yeah, that's on right there. So you kind of need to do this. And then the SIM card will go this direction. There you go. There you go. All right, we're going to see if the SIM card works and everything works. I don't think it's still activating, so it may not work, but we're going to test today. Ooh. This is, oh, yeah, there it is. It is compatible. All right, guys. Again, if you have any questions, put it in chat. Today we're testing the Nokia 220. I'll be doing a proper review with all the carriers and compatibility and all the testing I do with battery life, all that good stuff. But today we have a nice Nokia device with us, which is nice. Okay. Let's see. Let's go with English right there. It does have a couple of other languages. A lot of languages, actually. So let's go with English. Continue. Oh, I cannot get through the screen. Oh, okay, yeah. Thank you for choosing the Nokia 220. You accept the privacy policy. Okay, continue. Date and time, auto update it. Yes, that's what we want. Then we go over setting it up, calendar, automatic, zones. Back is fine. Oh, there you go. Look at that. It does recognize the SIM card, but it's still not active. And I think that's not because the phone is not compatible. I just think it's, as you see, it changed on service. Thank you for your service plan. I believe it should allow it now. No service. Okay, so we don't have service yet. Maybe that's virtue of the phone not having any connectivity to the 2G on AT&T. That could be. So we're going to be testing different SIM cards. But let's kind of do some of the testing that we actually like. Radio. Nope. You need to connect this accessory. You do have some games. Opera. Here, let me see if I can open this up a little bit more. Okay. So I feel like it's a little bit darker than I would prefer. But manual. Right. Let's see if we can do something about this. Does that feel like a little bit better? I don't know. I feel like it's still too dark. Maybe I'll... maybe. I don't know. I think I'm back to the regular. Let me change the ISO. Set. I think that will be fine. Maybe that'll be a little bit better. Okay, let's see. All right, so you have a couple games here. Let me see if it's a little bit better. Camera, probably not very good. So you'll see here. All right, it's VGA. Let's see. Let me take a picture of this keyboard. You can see some detail. I mean, it's not amazing, but you can see something at the very least. You know, it's not that terrible. Time's out right there. I'm actually kind of wondering, is this emergency? Let's try to make a phone call. 72001. All right, let me see. Try to make a phone call right now. I think the service may not be fully active, so yeah. I'm still trying to figure it out. But we're testing different things here today with, hey, which phones still work with AT&T? Which ones do not? Yep, call failed, so it's only for emergency right now, even though I have full bars. So I feel like it's going to be still activating. Let's go to messages. Let's create a message. Let's see. To the message. Triple click is available. ABC. There's two ABC modes. No, so just a regular ABC mode. Yep, you do have some T9 available. So right there. Hello. My name is Jose. Well, Luz, I guess. And I am, let's see, how do we flip through it? We just press the, okay, you press this one. I am, testing the telephone. Perfect. So you do have T9. Yeah, well, technically it's not a potato cam. It's just that I don't have very good lighting here, Hinano. But yeah, I guess it's kind of dim, huh? So here, let me try to do some of the. There it is. Okay, that may be too much. Is that better? I think that's better, right? Sorry guys, today my lighting is acting up, so there you go. That should be good. Yeah, that should be better, right? Feel like that's brighter, right? You can see clearer. Sorry, I'm trying to make it better. I still haven't set up my studio, still working. Vundum is the Nokia 220. So I'm testing the Nokia 220 here in the United States. It is technically not compatible or not fully compatible here in the United States, but we're testing still to see what works and what doesn't work. So yeah, this way looks way better. There you Yeah, the snow ice outside is messing with me and the and the work and everything that's been going on. But not only that, um, I'm getting more snow days, so I'm getting to work from home more. So today I kind of wanted to test something because AT&T just shut down the 3G. So since AT&T shut down the 3G experience, then like you kind of have some of these things to test. As you see, you have Facebook here, quote unquote Facebook, but not really. It's just an opening up right there, the browser. It will not connect because it doesn't have data because the SIM card is not working. I think it's still not active, which I'm still checking. If the light phone team is, we're processing your activation. We'll send you your new number or confirmation of your port shortly. Let us know if you have any questions by replying to this email. Yeah, so they haven't activated it yet. But again, the light phone team, I'm using their SIM card. It comes in this light SIM card right there. Oh yeah, this looks way better. Sorry guys for the before. And all the live streams before this, I feel like they're being kind of like on the low. But it's just adjusting for the light and everything. It's difficult, especially when I had to make other videos for kind of like without all of this live stream component, because this is just mirroring my camera, right? But this looks way better. Okay, so we're going to continue here. Let's see. In the meantime, that they activate it so that we can test for calls and stuff. You do have extras, countdown, timer, torch, converter. That's pretty much it. Livermore film, Nokia 220. That's the device here. Calculator, files. So here's the thing. Now we're going to test some things because I believe this is actual S30. I do believe that this is actual Nokia software from the old times, like the Symbian kind. There you go. This is the Nokia 6310. The nice right there. Looks like my KaiOS Nokia. Yeah, but it's very different. Here we're gonna kind of like figure it out because it doesn't have the tones that the other one has. Connectivity, dual SIM, flight mode, Bluetooth, active, Nokia 220. It has the camera. The question is, yeah, I believe this should be the older version of S30 that should have jar files allowed and working. Because it may, this one, I think this one turned off, right? Maybe it doesn't have battery anymore. Okay, let me charge it. I'll be just real back just in a second. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. So we have Nokia 220. Let me find my my SIM card. I'm trying to think which device has it from the last. Livermore, it will not work on Verizon. No international phone really works on Verizon. They really had to be tailor-made for Verizon for the connectivity. So Verizon, if you want a basic phone, just go with what they already supported, or the light phone. That will be your best bet for Verizon phones. Do you guys remember which device did we put the SIM card with? Okay, so last time I reviewed the Nokia 110, but before that the Plum RAM. That's where it is. It's in the Plum RAM. Sorry guys, so many phones, but some of them are going to you. Remember, we have a giveaway going on right now for different dumb phones, so make sure to sign up for that. I'll be giving away a lot of different phones and a light phone as well. So since we did the live stream, we announced it last Friday. So make sure to put it in your to-do list, I guess, to sign up for the giveaway. Here, I'll put the link. I know somebody will ask for the link right now. Link for the giveaway for Give me 1 second. Where is it? I know I just saw it. Somebody just submitted something. Okay. Give me 1 second. Right here. Perfect. Okay. Link for the giveaway. It's coming to you. No problem. That's what the live stream is for questions. So do not worry about asking tons of questions. Just know that I'm here, to answer all the questions that is necessary. All right. Giveaway form. There it is. Sent it to you guys. So it will be next week. The draw will be next week. So I'll be allowing it for next week. So it will close next week, and then you will be able, the winners will know shortly after. Chris Hotel, thank you for the sub. Aha, found my SIM card that I was looking for. The Tracfone. So I have a Tracfone AT&T SIM card, which, by the way, they're also migrating towards Verizon. So most Tracfone SIM cards that are with AT&T or T-Mobile will not work in the near future with Verizon. So yeah, essentially that's what is going to be happening. Tracfone is migrating towards Verizon, so your AT&T or T-Mobile Tracfone service will not work in the near future. Oh, by the way, I'm doing this. I'm changing changing the SIM card until the light team can tell me if it works. Oh, this is a US Mobile SIM card. Well, we can test this one then. Let's test US Mobile first, and then we'll find the Tracfone for AT&T, or just wait for the light phone team to activate my service. Jay Navarro, thank you for the contribution. I appreciate it. So I'll ask your question at the same time. Whatever got me into dumb phones, feature phones, Jose? I like them because of the nostalgia, but you look a lot younger than me. Yeah, so I got into feature phones because I think the main thing was I wanted to move offline, move away from the internet, which is ironic that now I have a channel, right, all about this, and I'm going to continue definitely having this channel. And that's essentially what got me into it in the beginning, right? So, oh, there you go. Perfect. We have some messages that do work. I think that is what is it? It's an MMS message. I don't know who is it from, because this is technically a tester SIM card, so I don't know. Open, download, we'll see what happens. Did it download? It's downloading. So I personally wanted to move away from the internet, and that's actually what I'm going to be starting further. So I think I have moved away from my mobile consumption. So I don't have a smartphone anymore, which is amazing. As of this week, I finally shut down all of my smartphone reliance, and I shifted towards other smart platforms, but they're mostly offline. So, for example, in order to receive calls nowadays, I'm using a watch. So I get my watch, I get the calls here, and I also have my number on the cloud now, which requires, of course, certain level of online connectivity, but it's not constant connectivity. And that's what truly I'm moving away. The constant online connectivity, that's what I'm essentially going to be moving away from. I think it's very difficult to move completely offline. Not impossible, but it is difficult. Right here, let's see if that message downloaded. We're going to be seeing, let me put it down, and right here. So messages, no subject. I think that's still downloading. Yeah. It is what it is. All right. Well, we continue. Let's make a phone call. Let's try to see if this works as a phone call. 0. Let me call myself. Yep, it works. Perfect. As you see, I'm receiving the phone call right there. Work, Colorado. Hello. Yep, it's working. And since I'm talking, I can listen to it. Let me put it on speaker. Hands-free, so it has a hands-free mode as well, as always. Hello? Yep, it's there. Perfect, so it works for most of it, for my tester SIM cards right there. So yeah, both work perfectly. I'm really excited about that. That's actually a very good thing to know. So it works with T-Mobile, which I was expecting it to work with T-Mobile without any issues. Then, you know, I think that's pretty good. Let me see. Let me erase this. Options, delete. Options, delete. Yep. Okay. Let's see. I'll answer some of those questions in just a second, guys. Just give me, kind of peruse what it's going to be about. So you have the same calendar here. The true test whether this is oh, there it is. It failed to connect. So the APN needs to be changed most likely. Dual SIM settings, mobile data connection on, mobile data, access points, SIM 1. Right here. Sorry, I wasn't showing you. I was kind of like trying to speed the process. It doesn't allow me to access the points, it seems. Yeah, I'm trying to press, but I don't think it has access to editing some of these points. So you may have some limited connectivity here in the United States, at least with the US mobile service. Now, we were trying to test a couple of different things last week on the Tracfone SIM card, but that one has, I don't know in which phone did I put it. That's the problem. No, it's not here on the Nokia 110, which again, it's going to be given away. Link is in the chat. Maybe we tested with the Sonim. I know we did some testing with the Sonim. No, I doubt it. I did not take this apart. Maybe it is. No, it is not on the Nokia. Let me see. Sorry guys, I have too many things that I'm testing, and I forget which one that we were testing last week for the different phones. Maybe it is on the Punkt MPC or Punkt MP02, as I learned that's the actual pronunciation, Punkt. Or on the Sunbeam. I know we were doing some testing with the Sunbeam last week as well. All right, let's start with some of the questions. Subaquatic Sleepwalker. What are good resources or channels discussing PAN, Personal Area Network Privacy? Love your channel. I believe you're referring to some of the creating a local network. I don't know how far you want to go into that. There are some channels with creating your own cell network. It's not easy, but you can buy most of the components online, and it's possible. So that is definitely something to think about. Can you clarify that question? Are you looking for personal area network as in like just wireless, or are you looking for cell connectivity, which is a little bit different? We'll continue with that. Joe's Busby, thank you very much for the contribution. Appreciate it. It's going to come in here any moment. But yeah, thank you very much. Let's continue. If Lightphone gets e-reader capabilities and still has GPS directions, I'll say bye to my iPhone forever. Yeah, it will be amazing. Sleeping Serpent, ever had trouble receiving text messages when switching from a smartphone to a dumb phone? Yes. If you have an iPhone and you migrate to a basic phone, it'll be difficult. And if you have an Android with RCS, which is the new method or connectivity system that they're pushing, then you will have some issues as well. Not a ton of issues, but you will have some issues, and sometimes it can be carrier specific. So yeah, so you will have some of that. Which, by the way, from now on, again, if you have any questions about this device in specific, please let me know, because I'm going to try to be doing a live stream with the device that I'll be reviewing, testing some of the things in camera. to give you a more like in-depth look into the Nokia 220 specifically. But if you have any other questions, please also put them in the chat. Let me be right back. I'm going to bring my SIM tool ejector. All right, I'm back. So I'm testing. I don't know where I put my Tracfone SIM card. Well, it's not on the Punkt, even though we used it to do that testing the other day. Where is that SIM card? It will not be on the TCL Flip. I have too many devices right here, but some of these are going to you, so I'll be liberating myself from too many devices to test and to have. I was just doing some testing throughout the week, this past week on some of these SIM cards, so that's why I'm lost as to where I put it. I need to have a little bit of a better system to remember where I put some of my SIM cards, especially since they have active phone numbers with it. Yeah, pan like cell phone, headset, and watch all tethered. Yes. Okay, so if you're looking into that, there's not a lot of good YouTube channels explaining how to do it, but there's some extra other YouTube channels, blogs that explain how to do it. You do have to have some technical language or understand more of the technical part of things. But let me see if I can find some quick resources for the PAN networks. You can set them up. I have friends that have set them up, and they work decently well. Like, yeah, here it is. I know what is a plan. Well, that's just an explanation. Yeah. It really depends on the hardware that you use also, you know. So here, I'm going to put this from Palo Alto, which is actually one of the ones that I've seen. And then this one also as well. So I'm going to put it in the channel. Give me a second. I know you guys, let me mute this tab so it doesn't duplicate my voice. But yes, let me put it here in the channel from Palo Alto. That's something that I saw one of my friends do. So that you will, yeah. So yeah, there you go. Okay, perfect. So we're working on it. Okay. Okay, so now it says emergency. Oh no, never mind. I went back to US Mobile. Perfect. So it does work. US Mobile does work on this for simple things, text messages, things like that. Let me get to it. Let me send a text message just to double check. I'll send a text message to myself. Send. Oh, I sent an empty text message. Well, I guess it did come. Well, there it is. Okay, let's see. Yep, there you guys. Text message from my work phone to my light phone, and it does work, even though it says 1-to-1. Which is essentially not really saying much, right? So, but you're able to send text messages on the 220 on US Mobile. We're gonna wait for my light phone SIM card to be activated as I look for my other SIM card from the Tracfone AT&T, which is the only AT&T I have, except until now that we're gonna be activating. Maybe I put it away. I do not remember, guys. I'm really sorry. Like, I know it's kind of like a botch testing right now, but we're talking and having some things. Let's see. Let's see. My employer requires a smartphone for payroll and telemetric apps. I'd love to drop my smartphone. Yeah. Well, I mean, if maybe you can ask if you have an exemption. I know for me, my work requires me to have WhatsApp or kind of like some of those instant messaging applications and email, of course. So what I did is I just installed it on I installed it on the virtual machine, my WhatsApp, so that I'm able to sync it with my desktop app. So I have it running on like a BlueStacks essentially, and that's it. That's all I did with WhatsApp. But then I have access to it throughout different networks. And then for email on the go, I just got an iPad, Wi-Fi only, without LTE and constant connectivity. I got the Mini, which is a very, very good device in my opinion, and something that people can consider as like, hey, this can be your smart device. It can read the QR codes or whatever you need and still have very limited access to a lot of things. Of course, there's other things that are available, you know, that are kind of like for you to look into. There's other tablets if you don't prefer Apple. If you prefer more access or more kind of like the Pine tablet, it's a Linux tablet that can work too. If you're into that, I may actually get one once they come out, once they're more in production, and test it here. Or a Remarkable tablet, I think they can access email or at least get a very basic copy of it every so often. All right. Joe's, again, thank you for the gift there, and appreciate you checking out the channel. Glad it has inspired you a little bit. Using AT&T 5S and still working AT&T so far. Perfect. That's good to know. I know they said that only the 6 was going to work, but as I said before, the whitelist is difficult to process. It's not necessarily like untrue, but the whitelist is not. It doesn't involve every single device that can work on the network, especially on the different areas that you may live, where some of the 3G connectivity may not be completely shut down. So something to think about. You may still be able to access the VoLTE with a non-approved device on a different carrier, maybe not an AT&T proper, but eventually it'll be good. Okay, let's see. Hey, Chris, how's it going? Yeah, I saw your message a little down. So I'll get to it in just a second. I tried the Punkt phone MP02. Punkt phone MP02. Was disappointed I couldn't change the alarm tone. Waking up to the North American loon is not a pleasant start to the day. Yes. By alarm tone, you mean like the alarm feature, or do you mean like the calling feature? I don't know which one you mean. But Punkt has a little bit of more. Punkt has less features. Yeah, let's put it that way. It does have less features than most of the other. I think we've grown accustomed to, hey, I can put any ringtone I want. And even on the older, very basic phones, we used to have that feature. I remember when I was loading up MP3 so I could put as my ringtone. Or callback, you know, that's another throwback. Yet, you know, it's not a feature that has been with us all the time. So yeah, maybe they will allow some of that in the future. I know you can do some of those changes with Mudita, which we'll talk about in just a second. I believe they're sending me a unit finally. They had some issues with their logistics. That was flagging my unit as not being able to be delivered right away. But I think they will finally deliver, hopefully in 2 weeks. So I'll keep you guys posted. I believe their team is trying to work out something so they can send it to me as soon as possible so that I can showcase it on the live stream and then do a full review and all of those beautiful things that we do on this channel. This is a Pine phone, which also I have a review. Let's see. Okay, maybe I put the SIM card here. Where did I put that Tracfone SIM card? I'm trying to remember, but going through the live stream will not be very helpful. I thought the light phone will activate it faster, but it's still not active, so it may take a little while for them to do that. Livermore, thank you very much for the contribution. Appreciate it. You guys really, really warm my heart when you give contributions. It's not necessary, so thank you very much. I appreciate it. Let's see. Oh, the alarm bird for sound for waking up. Yes, that is not possible to change. It's not crazy terrible, but yeah, I can understand how that can be an annoyance if you just want something that doesn't make a sound. Okay, not on the Pine phone as well. Trying to go through each device that I have tested that compatibility with, and I still cannot find the SIM card. Give me 1 second. I'm going to look for it. Be right back. Okay. All right. There you go. Live scene. One more device to see if my Tracfone SIM card is here. It's not this one here. This is the light. This is brand new from AT&T to test more AT&T devices. I'll get to the bottom of it. Okay, let's continue. Chris, I wrote and published a children's book. During the writing process, I switched my SIM into an old iPhone 4. Would love to chat about it. The book's name is Mr. Ace and the Rainbow Bridge, on sale now. Oh, Chris, absolutely. Yeah, if you want to come chat about it, and just talk about the book and different things, for sure. Just send me an email. Let's set up a time, and let's do a podcast about it. Yeah, for sure. By the way, the Dumbphone show will still remain, but I'm going to start a new project. So I have not started yet fully the new project. You will get more details in the very near future. Give me 1 second. Nope, it's not here. All right, where is my SIM card for this thing? Who knows? Who knows? But let me showcase to you a little bit of what I'm working on. I know you guys saw that I'm working on a little book, or small publication, pamphlet, whatever you want to call it, to help people. But I'm also working on this. And this is going to be kind of like a secondary channel. Here, give me 1 second. We'll change. And I guess this is the first time I'm talking about it. So this channel will be different. Is your email on your website? No, I don't think it is on my website, but I believe it is on my YouTube. So if you go to my YouTube, you will be able to see it there. Oh no, wait. Okay, yeah, I created under the right one. Perfect. All right, live service has just been active. Perfect. And they activated everything for me. Okay, I will just give me 1 second. I need to go to my channel. I need to go to the live that we're watching right now. And I will share with you the new channel that I'm starting, which is called Moving Offline. It's a new project that we're going to do. And if you want, subscribe there. I'll be posting more videos there. So my main channel, the Jose Briones channel, is going to stay a Dumbphone channel, like we're testing right now. Since the service is active on the light SIM card, we're going to test what that looks like. So just give me 1 second. We're going to turn this off. We're going to change the SIM card again from US Mobile to AT&T. All right. So the new channel is going to be essentially tips and live streams on how to move offline. And there's going to be a website and everything for it. So stay tuned for that. More blogs. I'm going to be writing more in that one. I'll still be talking about dumb phones because I believe dumb phones are part of moving offline, right? But essentially the moving offline service or crowd or channel is more of like how difficult it is to move offline completely, and how sometimes like you may think like, oh, you just buy something or a SIM card or for phones, it's just easy, but it's harder than you would think. And moving offline is also going to be kind of like more of my thoughts on the experience that I have had over the last 2 years of moving offline, and slowly, how difficult it is. And yeah, so essentially all of that stuff that will happen. Okay. No service for light. So technically, I guess what's happening here is that AT&T, or the bands of this phone, the Nokia 220, are not aligned with AT&T. So the Nokia 220 4G is just not compatible with AT&T. So you will not get essentially any service regardless of whatever you do. Connectivity, dual SIM settings, right here. Call, mobile data connection, mobile data, access points, SIM 1. Nope, no access in there. So only emergency. So let's try a phone call. I'm going to try it again. Okay, we're trying, see if it works. And we'll see what happens with that channel. Yeah, I'm still, it's in the early stages, but I'm excited. Moving offline will be a very good channel. Nope, it does not work. So apparently, even though there may be some compatibility, it probably will not work with AT&T. Now, that is with its regular system. Let me get to, I'm going to put it on the secondary SIM card. So on the SIM card slot number 2, and you will need one of these attachments. This one I have from the past, from H2O Wireless. So we're going to try and see if it works on the secondary SIM card, on the secondary SIM card slot. And the last thing that we're going to test for this will be a little bit of the, yeah. So, yeah, essentially the new broader topic will be more towards like, hey, how to, I don't know, read the news offline, or how to read more books at a lower cost offline, which, by the way, just get a library card. Yeah, so, but I'll be making more produced videos, probably about once a month. I already have enough with the Dumbphone channel, right? Like, reviewing all of the different things. But I want to make a little bit of more of a concerted effort, because I know Dumbphones is not all that, it's not all of the conversation around digital minimalism. And I don't want to flood the channel, this particular channel, since most of our audience is mostly interested in Dumbphones. I don't want to just flood it with like life experiences or journal entries or interviews that I may have with people. I want to keep them separate. I think that that's how you better grow a YouTube channel. Which growth, it's kind of interesting, because the whole concept about moving offline, it's going to be, I hope that by following my journey, you move offline, and that you select more of the times where you will be connected and listening to things like these, like the live streams. And essentially, I'm hoping to encourage you to move offline as well and stop spending as much time online, which is ironic, right? Like, the channel, it's a YouTube channel, so it's supposed to entice you to continue watching. But my mission is, by showcasing how I have tried to move offline, that you move offline as well, and eventually probably not tune into the channel as much. But there is enough people in the world, I think, to help in that specific area. And I'm going to be doing more of like more writing through it than anything else. So yeah, it'll be completely different. So, I'm not concerned. And for me, being a YouTube star has never been a goal of my life. So I'm just doing it because I want to enjoy documenting my experience and sharing some ideas, you know, all of that stuff, which I'm always down for. So apparently, no, doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't work with AT&T, the Nokia 220. We're going to now test something a little bit different, which is the Nokia 6310. This one at least recognized the SIM card last time. Yeah, so we'll see what happens this time around. So any questions? Let me actually find some of the jar files. And that one's so loud. Jar files for Nokia, which I believe somebody allowed the other time. Okay. Let me look it up in the Dumbphone. There it is. Google Maps jar. Archive.org. Yep, there it is. Okay, so jar version of Google Maps that can be run on devices that support Java applications. Okay. Download the zip file. Save. Open the file. Extract it into my downloads. Perfect. And now we're going to find a way to how can I put these files here? Because I don't have any connectivity to test. This has an SD card. I do have an SD card here somewhere. I just saw it. It's a little bit of a mess right now. I'm hoping to... oh, what do you know? I found the Tracfone SIM card. It was all along... That's funny. It was underneath a Motorola that I have here. A Moto G7. That's funny. Yes, it was right there. Perfect. Let me figure out how to connect this device. I need a micro USB. Micro USB. Where do I have that? Okay, give me a second. I'll be right back. All right, so technically possible. I found a micro USB. Perfect, right up here. Which this device has a micro USB, and yeah, well, you know, it is what it is. All right, let's go to the back. I believe this device is jar. I don't doubt it. I believe this device is actually a copy. Let's go to USB. Yeah, I believe this is one of the final phones that doesn't have ThreadX. This has Java. I'm almost positive. I may be wrong, but okay, let me disconnect it. Download. Okay. No. Doesn't allow me to open it. No, maybe it's not. And I was just hopeful. Let's see. Okay, let's try this. Java loader. No, J2me. Okay, I may not remember how to do this. How to install jar files on Nokia. Okay, Nokia supports Java files, so you need to install anything. It's really simple. You just have to find the stored jar file and click on it. The installation shall begin. Okay, so maybe it is not available. But it is interesting, and I want to show you why I think this system is different. I believe it is a different system. I don't think it's the same. And the reason why is because it does look similar. Let's put the list view right. No, 3 times 3. Okay. So these two look very similar, right? They have very similar icons and things of that nature. Let me see. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can move this webcam. There you go. I'm going to move it here from now on. I think it just makes more sense. Header, no, label, yes. Is that what? Yep, perfect. Ah, there it is. Okay, now we're good because the glare kind of like gets on the way. So these two look very similar, but I doubt that they're the same. There's something about the system and how it looks that makes me doubt that it is the same system. I'm going to have to do more in-depth testing in order to do that, right? But maybe it is the same, and I'm just kind of like, okay, is this Thread X? Is it not? How does it look? Things like that. Maybe it's just better design. But I'm going to really have to like think about it, right? So I'm going to have to like kind of dive deep into some of the things that I do. It's just because of some of these applications I haven't seen before on the other ones. So I mean, here's the dual SIM settings, right? Like, you know, Facebook, yada yada yada. But it may be the same. It's just I may be confused, maybe. I don't know. I'm trying to see like if they're the same. This one just looks so much different. Maybe it is the font though. So let me look into the. I didn't look into the Nokia 220 because I just found this one on Verizon. I'm sorry, not on Verizon. Sorry, on Amazon. Found this one on Amazon, which I was surprised that it was going to be available. But maybe, let's see. Nokia 220, a similar face, share the love, news, snake. It just goes on. I'm trying to look into the specifications. Full specifications. There you go. Okay. Colors. It has a blue version. There it is. Operating system is Feature OS, which is not the operating system that it usually shows up for the other devices like the Nokia 2254G. The Nokia 2254G says that it is something different. I believe it is not Feature OS, but they call it S30 Plus. Yes, that's correct. So I believe this device has to have some sort of different compatibility as I'm looking into the specs online. So this device may be our last Java application available, but I'm going to have to do way more testing. And this is why a live stream is not good enough to review some of these devices, because I really, really need to get into the nitty gritty and test through different avenues as to like, hey, can this device get some of these, some of these applications? Are they allowed? Or how to test whether this one is different than the other one. And sometimes you can't tell just on the regular thing. Yeah, so there you go. Okay, let me get back to some of the questions that you guys have. Again, guys, if you're looking into my new channel, I'll be starting probably now in March with a couple of videos. They're going to be more produced. It's going to be more of like a long-term plan, but it's essentially teaching people how to move offline, as I have learned myself, some of the lessons that I have had and things of that nature. Thanks for watching today, by the way. I really appreciate your support. It will be ironic if your second channel was about the most advanced connected phones. Yeah, it would be ironic, but no, not interested anymore into the smartphones and all of that stuff. I mean, I do still have some online connectivity to the world, but not as much. Let's continue testing some phones that are not on the AT&T whitelist, but that may still work with your AT&T SIM card. One of them is the Sunbeam F1. So let's try that. And that's something that I want to talk about today, and that's why I made the video today, because I wanted to kind of showcase. I'll do more testing on this device, but at least we know it works on T-Mobile, doesn't work on doesn't work on AT&T. And on T-Mobile, it only works on 2G calls and text, very basic text. No group text messages yet. I will continue testing though and see if there's any workarounds for these devices. There you go. Okay, light SIM card. Let's go. You are AT&T. Let's test you now on your. Let's test you on your Sunbeam F1, which is not on the list, but it will work because this is how it is. All right, let's test it. Hopefully it works, I guess. 223.22, which is 1 day after AT&T shut down 3G. We'll see what it does. Okay, so let's see. What will a digitally minimal assistant look like? I think maybe you mean like something like Google Assistant or something like that. That's a good question. I don't necessarily know. I don't think I have an answer for that. Basic OS only has 1%. So let me put it to charge. And after it has a little bit more percentage. I'll bring it back. Let's bring something else into the table. Oh yes, another device that I purchased the other day, mainly for music purposes, is this guy, an iPod. It's actually really nice to just have your music and everything kind of smart here, like maps for, whenever you can download maps here. So this is another recommendation that I'm going to have. Get an iPod for music and all of the smart stuff. And for example, my work phone number lives here, but it doesn't have constant connectivity. I just use it essentially for kind of like later, hey, get your calls and texts, or maybe when you're on Wi-Fi, you're reachable. And when you're not, you're not. That's something that I've come to realize. When you move offline, you kind of have to be okay with like, hey, I'm going to miss out on a couple things, and that's okay because I'm doing this for myself and not necessarily for others. And of course, your work may vary, so you may need to be connected all the time. And for that, for constant connection, I do have a phone, the light phone, and that's where people can reach me essentially and kind of have more of like a conversation with me, but I don't have access to the feeds and everything. And I just use Google Voice because it allows me to connect everywhere, have a repository of information everywhere. I wish there were other online phone numbers that were as seamless as Google Voice. And I'm still researching, so Google Voice may not be my final option. I'll still be looking into more privacy-friendly ones than Google. Yes, I love the new broader topic. Thank you. I'm really excited about the channel too, and about the website and about the podcast. So it's going to be kind of like everything integrated, helping you in different ways. So some people don't enjoy videos, so don't watch videos. Listen to a podcast. If you don't listen to a podcast, then you can read an article online and then move offline. So the whole goal is whenever you subscribe to the podcast to end up not using a podcasting app eventually, or leaving that online platform, or leaving that platform altogether. If you watch the videos from the Move Offline channel, you will also move offline, hopefully, from videos and reading as well. So I'm hoping to do that. And I'm eventually playing with the idea of, if you still want to be connected to how tips or, stuff like that, sending like a printed newsletter to each and every one of people that subscribe. So I'm kind of like, it's a big project that I'm hoping will last for longer than essentially the Dumbphone channel. Let's see what I wanted to do. Oh yes, we want to continue testing some of these phones. I put my SIM card on the Sunbeam F1, and now we're gonna put it on another phone right here, the banana phone. Yes, we're gonna keep the Nokia trend today. This one probably has 0 battery. That's a power button here. All right, let's continue with some questions in the meantime that we wait for some of these phones to charge. I'm curious if the Nokia 220s may be a glimpse into Nokia's future of moving away from KaiOS, which might have the solution of the group text messaging feature needing a subject. Yes. So I believe that eventually Nokia is going to move to ThreadX. That's where I see companies moving more than KaiOS. and it will have the ability to have group text messaging. So I believe that group text messaging will be coming to more basic feature phones eventually, but it will take a while. It will take a little while. So I don't think it will be much of that. So we'll see. We'll see how it works. This one also needs charging, so we're gonna wait for the other one to charge to test which phones still work. That's still on 1%, so we're just gonna have to wait a little bit more. What do we play around in the meantime with? If you have any questions, let's see. Livermore, a pigeon would be less disturbing. Let me put just these here. Pigeon will be less disturbing. I think it's giving me flashbacks on an expedition when I thought I was going to be eaten white walls. Turns out it was just a bird. Oh, I see. Okay. Ever had an experience with Xcode products? Xcode. No idea what this is. So I'm going to Google it and hopefully nothing bad comes back. Xcode test. It's like a smartphone? Yeah, I guess it's a smartphone, huh? Yeah. Yeah, it's just a smartphone, right? All products, cell phone. Yeah, they're just rebranded smartphones apparently with Android. Yep. Well, not truly interested in that. So, but thanks for keeping it in me. So, okay, yeah. All right, this is good. I think you're fighting for social development. Maybe the awareness thereof. Self-actualization is found not with a smartphone in your hand. Yes, I truly agree with that. Self-actualization needs to be found outside of the internet. That's where we create deeper connections. So could you cover how to keep your traffic private from ISPs in your new channel? Yeah, I will cover some privacy topics. Not fully. I mean, I think you can keep some of your, well, it depends. The more layers you have on, you can keep more traffic, your traffic through the internet. You can keep, the more layers you have. So a VPN is essential. So I use Proton VPN. It's not perfect, but it's free and it does get the job done. So that's one way. I use a kind of like in route. Here, I'll show you what you can use as an alternative. Let me share my screen. As always, there is a sharing of the screen right here. Screen capture. New tab. Show here. Perfect. So right here, I'm going to show you ISP. No. It's Braxme, right? That's the guy. Braxme store. His name is Rob Braxman. That's what it is. Rob Braxman. He does have like a box. He's not the only one, but I just kind of want to showcase. This is his VPN, cloud-based Tor routing. He has like a box that allows you to not only have like a physical VPN, right? Like, so you connect it to your traffic, to your router, and that allows you to like route your VPN. This is not his thing. I remember like, because there is this router VPN modem, and you can configure them, but there is a specific one. I think is one of these. There is one that you can configure it so much that it will hide some of your activity from your ISP. It's not fully proof because at the end of the day, there's still data that, I think I closed it. There's still data that will leak, with everything. Nothing is 100% solution. But it's good enough. Maybe that's what I'm trying to say. I'm going to try to find more information, but yeah, maybe I'll cover it on the moving offline kind of work. What do other Dumbphone users do for music? I'm thinking about getting an Android-based player, currently using a pretty sweet Sony mini disc. Okay, so that I do kind of want to go back here. So there's some phones that do really well with dumbphonefinder.com. for the music portion. So let me go down to music, MP3 only and app based. Well, yes, let's do MP3 only first. So out of these that only have MP3s, so they don't have apps, I will say that, for example, at least the Mudita Pure, whenever it comes out, we'll talk about it in just a second. They have a good system because it's about 16 gigs of storage. So you do have the full availability. The Sunbeam F1, you can load a SD card. The Sonim XP3 Plus as well, you can load some of that, and you can connect these to Bluetooth. So that's actually exciting. Now the light phone is not here for some reason, and it should be. So I'll fix that in a second later, because they do MP3 only. Now they do app based. Maybe I put it in app based because it's technically an app that they use to load those things. Yeah, I put it in there, but it should be on MP3 only because it's not a full app. For the AGM M7, you can also load them with your MP3s. You can connect this to Spotify as well. So the Cat S22 Flip, also Spotify. And if you're like a Spotify kind of like listener, you can connect some of these smart feature phones to the car thing, which is quite affordable for being a big product, right? So it's $89, and you can connect these to your Spotify premium account and listen through your car. So you kind of have that ability to do it. And this is for those of you who do not have the ability to have Android Auto, right? So that's that for you to consider. But I personally think if you're not an audiophile, go get yourself a very nice MP3 player that has a nice DAX and you can listen to everything you want. But if you're not an audiophile, I found that the iPod, because it has the 3.5 millimeter headphone jack still, right here, right there, since it still has it, I recommend it because you can just connect it to your car and you have the access and you can listen to whatever you want. And you can load as many smart apps or storage. This is a 32 gig, model. Even like an iPod, like the old iPod, not an iPod Touch, but like, with a click wheel and stuff like that. I think maybe somebody mentioned it here. Maybe. Yeah. Yes, right there. Joe's Busby. I use an old iPod, the one with a click wheel, been my source of music ever since they came out. Never will switch to anything else. It's 100% offline and it runs with, yeah. So that's even more offline than the iPod, right? Because this one still has the ability to connect to Wi-Fi, but that one is essentially tethered and you have to transfer, which is actually a better solution. I just bought this because it gives me the duality of having calls, or whenever I have to make a call, I can just tether from my light phone, but I use it essentially for music in the car and for directions whenever I need extra or whatnot. So that's that. Good. Let's continue. Pizza Duder, what's up with the texting issues and Light Phone 2 on Verizon? I don't know what you mean, but probably you're not getting text messages from iPhone users or just altogether. If you don't have text messages done all together, let me show this on the Light Phone page right here. So if you go to thelightphone.com and then you go to support menu, support, and getting started, or if you search Verizon troubleshooting. So the first thing that you should do is the most effective way to contact Verizon is to ask for tier 2 technical support or the live chat. And what you have to do is to tell them to switch to CDMA less mode. So once you switch to that, you power it off, and you have all of that, and you should be able to have all of the messaging. The second thing is that address book, you want to be able to disable that. That's something that happens on the iPhone as well. And the third thing could be Verizon messaging. first you have to disable it, and then you can re-enable it and do it online. And video calling feature. So once you have all of these 4, you should not be able to have any issues in getting any text messages. And of course, if you're getting SIM, if it's a iPhone thing, essentially, the iPhone is thinking, hey, this guy used to have an iPhone. Let me send it blue first and then send it green. But most people don't have a setting called automatically send by SMS if iMessage is not available. So it will not send you the SMS. So that's why you will not receive it. So if you can expand a little bit, maybe I can help you further. But yeah, those are some of the things that you need to think about. Alexander Duma, you should be now at Mobile World Congress 2022 in Barcelona to have a presentation on this matter. Maybe one day. I think the world is moving to a more balanced lifestyle in digital minimalism and digital balance altogether. So maybe one day I'll be presenting on a topic like this for Mobile World Congress. That would be kind of cool. Or somebody. It doesn't have to be me. As long as the message is getting out there, I think that's what's important. Mini disc is actually great technology, but fell to DRM interest. MO, yeah, that's true. Yeah, MP3 is the best for offline. Yeah, they haven't been able to break the iPod Touch, the original ones, like they have done some of their more devices. Even the iPod Touch, the latest generation, doesn't run as smooth as I remember running in some of my friends. But it is what it is. Okay. I would love to see more coding support for open source Android OS like DDRT was for routers. Yes, that would be nice. That would be nice for sure. Okay, let's continue some of the questions. I think the Sunbeam... Yep, we got 7%, guys. That should be enough to showcase whether it works or it doesn't. And in the meantime, we're going to be charging the banana phone. Okay. Let's charge the banana phone. There you go. And let's also charge the Punkt. Because the Punkt is USB-C. But that one is on the white list, so it technically doesn't count. All right, so we see plenty of indicators right here. All of the indicators that we need to make phone calls. So the Lite phone has the Lite carrier. So Lite uses AT&T towers. And I see a little kind of like at the top, I don't know if it's a SIM processor. Okay, so it's processing the SIM card. And we have 4G LTE. And this device is not in the whitelist for AT&T, but it does still work. So we're going to make a phone call, test the phone call. Test. All right. Yep, no problem. As you see. Right there. Perfect. Okay, perfect. I did it. So the Sunbeam F1 does work with AT&T after the 3G shutdown because it has VoLTE with it. And we're more interested in other devices that may not have VoLTE, or at least I am more interested in devices that don't have the full compatibility for VoLTE. Like the Yola phone, for example. That's actually a good one. Let's try a 3G device. Let's try and see what happens. My accent came out there very thick. Let me try with something different, like a 3G device, like this is a 4G device, so it works with US Mobile, and it doesn't work with AT&T. So US Mobile is a very good carrier for T-Mobile users, especially for basic phones. I do recommend them a lot. But we're gonna try it with a very old, not technically a feature phone or dumb phone. It's very smart, the Sunbeam OS, the Nokia Pure 808. So let's see. Okay. I'm interested in devices that will work with Mint. Should I be looking for, I just want a flip phone for long battery life and tether toggling? So if you want hotspot and Mint, okay, let me go back. I'll show you in the Dumbphone Finder. I think that's just the best way if you want a flip phone. So dumbphonefinder.com, T-Mobile, First, compatibility. Flip, you said, right? Flip. And hotspot. Hotspot down here. Hotspot tethering. And there you go. We have a short list now. In my opinion, a Shock Classic will do very well. Also a LG, well, that's only through Tracfone that you can make them work. For Mint Mobile, Shock Classic, Sonim XP3 Plus, and I mean the Cat S22 Flip will work with that, but Cat S22, Shock Classic, Sonim XP3 Plus or Sonim XP3, those will work for that functionality. I think you should be able to have that without any difficulties. And I think that's about it. That's what I would recommend for that specific use case. So yeah, thanks for the question. I have something in my nail that is bothering me. I feel like I cut myself. Trying to get it. Okay, so this has a micro SIM. Yes, it does have a micro SIM card. It's a little bit of a bigger one. Let's do this. So you will have to get one of these, just an adapter, and then cut it around, even the adapter. And then make sure to put this one here. Oh, that's the wrong one. We're just gonna try with AT&T first. Let's figure things out. And again, just kind of refreshing you guys, I'll be getting that new channel started next month, moving offline, talking about experiences of how to move offline. It's got to be, I hope it's got to be well more produced. I mean, sometimes I do production here for the Dumbphone reviews and try to showcase as much as I can, but I'm hoping to do more creative work. Just to kind of like have an outlet. That's something that you find once you start moving offline. You need more outlets, and I feel like sometimes presenting this content for people that want to move offline is actually something very important. Yeah, so more voiceovers, more, I guess, Matt Diavella-esque. He's one of my favorite YouTubers for sure. He's very good at what he does. Okay. This is probably going to need to charge, but I got the SIM card in at the very least. Let me put the back cover. Oh, no, that's not the one. Nokia 808. Let's see what it does. Is this one charging? Give me 1 second. I don't know if my charger died or my phone died, the 8110. So we'll be testing. I may bring another charger into the mix. This is not what I need. I don't have an adapter for that one right here. I'm trying to see. I do have one more. Disconnect that and connect this in the meantime. There you go. All right, it should be charged in just a second so that we can continue with our testing. Let's see, more questions. I'm interested in devices that work with Mint. Okay, we got through that one. How long is a non-5G phone viable? That's a good question. I would say 10 years. 4G LTE is here to stay as long as 3G stay with us. So about 10 years, I will say. 3G stayed, what, 14 till they shut it down? Yeah, so VoLTE is faster, more dependable. It does reach a lot of more things. It's the new 2G essentially. So yeah, I don't see it going away that fast, in my opinion, but we'll see. Let's see. iPod is brilliant, good solution. Yeah, either the click wheel or, you know, an iPod Touch can work for you. Ooh, I heard maybe this one. Yep. I think so, maybe. Or one of these making a sound like that they don't have battery. Okay, let's continue. All the other talks. I'm a little late, but have you gotten your hands on Mudita? All right. Good. The Mudita, is it real? Is it a myth? No one really knows. Well, let's check the forum, guys, because some people have been getting it. Thankfully, we do have reports of people getting them soon. So we have forum.mudita.com. And we have somebody that does the Mudita Pure work in Shaw network in Canada. So somebody texted or said today they're able to text but unable to make calls. So somebody has it in Canada. Somebody else, I think it was on the Verizon one. I was kind of helping somebody kind of like go through their Verizon needs. It was a couple days ago though. Somebody said that they got it in the United States. They're trying to connect it with Verizon. Where is it? Where is it? Aha. Will the Mudita work in Verizon? So a couple of days ago, about a week, Yes, 6 days ago. 7 days ago says, hey, I'm currently on my father's-in-law Verizon plan. I just received my Mudita today. And when I inserted the SIM card, apparently I triggered a text from Verizon that to the father-in-law that switched phones. The SIM card didn't work, but I suspect that if my father-in-law called Verizon, it will get sorted. So she was going to report back tomorrow. I replied that they need to call Verizon to get this sorted. But because the Mudita is not certified with Verizon, they can refuse to give support and the phone can lose connection at any time. It may or may not happen, but just be aware of that. They got off with Verizon. I probably had to call again when I had more energy. The regular customer service wouldn't work. I told them I was able to receive a call, but wasn't able to call out or text. So I just happened to receive a call, but they are not able to text. So what they need to do, in my opinion, is to go to tier 2, activate CDMA list on the account, same thing as the light phone, and hopefully that makes it work. If that doesn't work, then there's no way that it's going to work on Verizon because they can block it at any time without the certification. So again, maybe something like the light plan or the US Mobile Verizon plan will work on the Mudita, but there's no way for me to verify it yet. So that's something that we see more people are getting them. They're shipping more. I've been in contact with them. So they're shipping more. I believe that their unit, they're going to manually ship it to me. So their logistics department was having some issues with my personal order. So essentially, they're going to ship it to me manually. And we're hoping to see that in the very near future. So stay tuned. Nothing. I feel like this whole live stream, we've been hearing that kind of tone all day. So yeah, no, I haven't gotten the Mudita. Sadly, I think it's coming in 2 weeks, 3 weeks from now. I know I've been saying that for the past live streams, but they finally realized what it was wrong. So what was wrong is that their logistics department was not fulfilling everything that needed to be fulfilled to send it to me. However, yeah. So that's what happened. Okay. We're going to continue hoping, and yeah, we'll see what happened. So yeah. Adam, I missed the Tano had a charging dock. I've been looking for a phone for my dad forever, and that's been his latest demand. Yeah, so if you need a charging dock, AGM, M6, and M7 have a charging dock. Maybe I should put that on the Dumbphone Finder. The Tano has a charging dock. The Sunbeam F1 has a charging dock. I don't have that charging dock anymore, but it does have a charging dock. And a couple of extra things. So yeah. When referring to the Mudita, we must say things like legend has it. Looks like a great phone. Curious which carriers will support it. I feel like they're starting to weed out the phones. Yeah, we're going to figure it out. And I mean, I'll test it in camera and then do the other testing throughout. Okay. I called Verizon. They're making me wait until March 1 for a response from Lightphone. I told them about the CDMA less issue, originally an Android. So if I understand correctly, you had an Android and you're not able to send text messages through the light phone or receive them, one of the two. What could be happening is that you still have RCS enabled on your Android device, if that device had RCS. I mean, I'm just speculating here because I don't have, you know, all of the information. But if you have RCS on the other device, that may be another issue that you need to look into. I think I would like an ANS F30 and an iPod for my needs. Yeah, that will work. ANS F30 is a pretty decent device for the basics, calls and text messages. Nokia 5310 is great for music, dedicated volume and playback buttons. Yes, not available yet in the American market, only a European market, 2G, I believe. Yeah. Pizza loving nerd. I have to get a new phone because my custom ROM doesn't vote LTE, and they blocked my IMEI for not having 4G support because of it. Thanks, AT&T. And you have a smartphone. You have a OnePlus 7T, so it can definitely run 4G, but your ROM cannot run vote LTE. Yeah, sadly, that's the life right now. I feel all the carriers are gradually forcing everyone to buy phones from them, blacklisting so much. It is true. Very true. It's not actually something nice, but it is very true. Let's continue. I feel like all the carriers are trying to gradually... Oh, no. So it's just kind of a dream phone for me. The Mudita has nice form factor. It's like the old Motorola Pebble. Just nice curves, nice to hold in your hand. Minimal. Yep. Been using the Cat S22 for 2 weeks. While I'm still using YouTube a lot, my general phone use is down significantly. Thanks, Jose. Hey, you're welcome, Stan. One thing that a lot of people don't talk about is that the form factor really makes a difference into your usage. So if you have a big phone like this one, like a Moto G7, this is a Moto G7 Power. If you have something like this and you switch to a flip phone that still has the apps like the Cat S22, you're going to use the flip phone less just because of the form factor. It's not inviting you all the time. You have to open it. You have to type on the keypad or very cramped type on the keyboard that shows up on the screen. Form factor plays a big, big role into how you use your device. So that's, something. Even something, I see somebody, we have something else on, this is the Jelly 2. Something like this will not invite you to use the device as much because you don't need as much. It's a tinier screen. It's difficult to use. It's not as intuitive as you have on your even iPhone or Android devices. Something like the Unihertz Titan Pocket, right? This has a smaller screen, and when you hold it, the form factor invites you to type and text instead of just doing, just doing something in specific, right? Like scrolling and typing quickly and whatnot. So the form factor changes the way that you use your devices. And that's something that I'll talk about in the channel, Moving Offline. And probably not only on the Moving Offline channel from that perspective, but here, let me put it again, the Moving Offline. So that we'll talk about a little bit more, on the form factor changes how you interact with the device, and that automatically changes your usage of the device. So yeah, that's kind of like the idea. I'll talk about it on a blog and then on a podcast and then on different things. That's why when you get something like the Light Phone 2 with the screen refreshes like this and how it flashes and everything, you use it less because it's a smaller screen and, all of these different things that you have. So just an idea. Let me charge the Jelly 2. This also is not on AT&T's list, but we'll see if it works. All right. Site. Oof, I'm trying not to hit that camera. I think this should be charged already, but we'll see. Let me see. Okay, let's see. Banana phone. I kept this one essentially for nostalgia, just because I like the form factor. Some devices I do keep. I'm not trying to. I mean, I'm trying to give as many away as possible, but there's some that I'm going to keep, just because I like them. I think that charger is broken on the banana phone. Okay. All right. Let me see. All right. My Nokia. That is going to be, we're going to be testing. It does have the SIM card already. That one is a 3G device, so it should only have that. Let me see. Any other devices that have micro USB? This one we tested, doesn't work. This one is not unlocked yet. Oh, yeah, perfect. We got a test. I'm going to put this to charge. Okay, we'll see. We continue. Okay, this one is, I believe it should, yep, okay, it's coming alive. Ooh. That was vibrating quite interestingly. Offline mode was being used. Use offline mode again. No. Let's use online mode. We modded this. "3G, AT&T. All right. So apparently they haven't shut it down completely. Well, there's only a couple ways that we can find out. So first of all, let's try to make a phone call, right? All right, let's see. Okay. Doesn't seem to go through. It's going through. It is going through. Yep. Yep. Here we can put it on speaker. Yep. Hello. Yep. Sorry if you hear me a ton of times. So we can confirm that some functionality has remained for 3G devices. This device doesn't have any VoLTE. I believe data may not work. I doubt it, at least, that data will work. But let me double check. Let's see. Settings. Where would that be? AT&T right there. This is not AT&T proper, so you would not be able to make this work with an AT&T SIM card. You will be able to only make it work with MVNO, like the Lite plan, which is about $30 for unlimited talk, text, and a little bit of data. So yeah. Let's see. Where is applications, contacts, internet? No. Organizer? I don't know where I put my settings, guys. I have not used this device in a very long time. Applications? Nope. App list. Tools. Settings. There you go. All right, so let's go to connectivity. Oh, I'm getting a message. Okay, well that's that. AT&T network, dual mode, 3G GSM, settings, mobile data is on, APN control. Aha, I don't have any APNs yet. Connection restrictions inactive. Okay, so let's see if that text message is maybe something from, yeah, AT&T free message. We're always looking for ways to connect you to what you love faster than ever before. We're sorry, but the phone you recently tried to activate won't work. Upgrade your device. Contact your AT&T account manager. Visit att.com/premier or business.att.com. So as you see, they have sent a message that this device is technically not compatible, but because probably this is an MVNO, they are not restricting it, at least as of right now. So maybe I'm going to try again after they have sent me this message to call and see if it works. Let's see. Oh, I got a message now.
Please dial 611 for customer service or dial 1-800-331-0500 from a landline phone.
Okay. So they're not allowing me to make a call from this, I believe, because it's a 3G device. So yes, some 3G is dead, I guess. They have shut it down. But if you have a 4G LTE device that is not approved, you can still make it work on an MVNO. But if it's a 3G device, apparently it's not going to work at all. Now we're going to test with a different carrier, which is US Mobile, just to give you kind of an idea. Connection restrictions inactive. Yeah. So that's when I went into that, that's when it sent me a little bit of that. What I'm going to do maybe is I'm going to reboot this device just quickly and see what happens if it connects automatically when I come back into it, and see if that's makes the trick, right? By the way, we'll be finishing in about 20 minutes. I'm not gonna be here forever, but if you have any extra questions, make sure to put it in there. Jelly 2 shows to work on Verizon per the Dumbphone Finder. The reviews I've read seem to say otherwise. It works. I've tested it with the Dumbphone Finder. With Verizon. Maybe it has changed, but I didn't have any issues. It worked pretty well. So, yeah. Let me see. Okay. All right, let's see. Do you know any way? Oh, a couple questions, extra questions. Some people are leaving. Hey, thank you for watching. Just a little bit. Really helps the channel. So, Jose, do you know of any way to root or add a custom ROM to the Cat S22 Flip? I haven't played around with it, so I don't necessarily have an idea, but I know it's possible because you can OEM unlock it. I'm going to try to call again. 269-363. All right. Nope.
The call you are attempting to place is not allowed from this line. Please dial 611 for...
Not allowed from this line. So apparently this device, the beautiful Nokia 808, is dead for AT&T. They have shut down the network and it will not work anymore for that specific device. So what we're going to try now is see if it works on US Mobile. Just trying these different devices just because I know some people are like, hey, does it still work? Does it not work? You know, what devices work? What devices don't work? So any device with no 4G or without 4G will not have any access, which is a bummer, honestly. I really think that they should have continued allowed us to use some of these devices. But such is the life, right? No, this goes this way. Yes, that's correct. Perfect. Okay, so now I adapted it to the US Mobile SIM card. And we're going to see if T-Mobile has better abilities to send us to what we actually need. A lot of Nokia devices today. I think that's just because you know, Nokia has had long history with different kind of devices, 3G, 2G, you know, and all of that good stuff. So that's that. Sunbeam worked, didn't have any issues, didn't receive anything because it is a certified device by AT&T. It's just not on the white list, which is interesting. Not all devices that work with AT&T and are certified are on the white list. So for example, the Light Phone 2 is not certified. Well, I'm sorry, it is certified, but it is not on the white list, on the PDF document that you see roaming around the streets nowadays. Why? I don't know. I think it's a marketing thing. Okay. We see the 3G icon once again. I don't know what that means, but T-Mobile, this is US Mobile, that's essentially what's going on. What phone are you using as your daily? Light phone 2. Still, been 2 years, and I continue to use it. Don't have any issues. So now we have 3G. Definitely don't have as many bars as you see. There's like very little. It's a yellow towards the red. Not the nice green. Maybe it came on green like right now, but not as much. So we're gonna try a call. Let's see if it comes. Yep, it is coming through. Work Colorado. Works. It's actually not this number anymore for my Colorado work number. But yep, it is working. So no issues for our T-Mobile friends. But let's see, messaging. Let's try something now. Let's see. Hi. We're gonna send it. And we'll see if it comes through. Right there. Message came. So it is able to send text messages. No. iPhone, not iPhone 2. Light phone 2. This device right here, the e-ink device that some people like and some people don't like. Yeah, it is what it is. So again, very, very good right here. US Mobile continues to work with 3G devices for calls and text messages. Data, I don't think so, but we're going to try it. Let's go to web and see what comes up. Let's go to bing.com. Right, let's try it and go. Okay, it changed the sign. I think that's the sign for 2G on this device. Maybe. Oh, it works. There you go. US Mobile. Let's go. For the win, US Mobile, which is under the T-Mobile network, makes this work. Of course, it's definitely slower. You know, you're not going to be winning any awards in here. The Verge. Right there. Boom. What do you know? That's pretty. That's actually very, very fast. This is 3G, of course. Oh, that didn't work though. Let's see. The Verge. Browser failed to connect. Okay, it has some errors. Let's try a different link. Nope. Let's try something else. Maybe The Verge YouTube. Okay, so YouTube works. Yeah, there you go. Paul, what time is it in your country? Well, depends on the time zone. I'm in the mountain time zone, so it's 4 o'clock right now. My next appointment will come now at 7 or 6:30. And but I gotta go in like about 10-15 minutes. It's been nice to hang out with you guys. YouTube works technically, but as you see, it's not very user friendly. It's nothing. It's not going to load everything. These devices are not made for that anymore, and the connectivity has just degraded so much, right, that it's not going to work at its maximum potential that it once worked for. Not going to have all the features, but it does work for calls and texts, which is good, and maybe a couple of extra apps here and there. Let's see if the podcasting app works. So Poddy. Used to be a podcasting app that I used to use on this device. The daily. See if it searches for it. All right, look at that. Nope, cannot download podcast details. It can search it though. Subscribe to Up First. Let's try to play an episode. You see how functional it is now that 3G is shutting down, right? Has the latest, you know. So can I play it without? Oh, I guess I'll have to download it first, and then we'll see how it works. But again, if you're using a 3G device, something that is not, if it's, you know, a 3G device, something that is not compatible with the LTE network, I would recommend go to US Mobile. Don't go to AT&T. US Mobile uses T-Mobile's network. It'll be more forgiving than what was in the past. So yeah, just right there. I know obsolete phones are distributed to charities like the 911 phone bank for those in need. Can these shut down 3G devices still be used to connect to emergency service? Yes, they can. I saw the emergency calls being allowed. So I believe there's some fallback in the connectivity, probably under 2G right now, that some of these devices can still access, because I had that. Yeah, I had that available. Okay, my Yola phone is still vibrating over there. I don't know if it's not charging anymore. I think the port may have gone bad. I'm going to try to charge something else in the meantime, because I just hear it going bzz, bzz, and without much of other things happening. So just give me a second. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I think that was just user error. I think I had not put the case well sealed in the past, so that was the issue. Okay, so we tested now Symbian, so that still works to a certain degree. Now we're gonna test the banana phone, a couple of extra things. Okay, let's see. Had to explain my light phone to someone today. Always an interesting conversation. I agree. It's always a very interesting conversation. Is it safe for me to flash Android on my phone? Well, it depends on what phone do you have. I don't know which specific version you have, but Android can be secure. It just depends. Nano SIM for this device right here. So we're going to try this AT&T. This is a 4G device, but it's not in the approved list for AT&T. It used to work decently well. Actually, it used to work better than the US Mobile. But now, I don't know. We're going to have to figure it out. So I think that's a regular SIM card that goes in there. Okay. Oh, battery's low. Okay, so it already allowed me to come into the device. I think I'm going to have to reboot it in order to see if the SIM card works. So we're going to reboot it real quick. Press power key to confirm. Yes. And then we're going to bring it back. Let me take out the SIM card of this one in the meantime. It depends on what safe means. I mean, if you're looking to be less tracked, definitely Android is not the best. But you do have ROMs like Calyx OS or Graphene OS that work on Google Pixels that track you less. Or you have Lineage OS, which is essentially the very basic version of Android with some vulnerabilities. But, you know, it just really depends. So you have a Xiaomi Note 8 Pro. Is it safe to upgrade the Android because the updates from company are over? Yeah, I mean, I would think if you use Lineage OS for this Xiaomi, I think you should be fine. And of course, make sure to follow safe Android practices, which is don't log in if you don't have to. I think that's the most basic safe practice that you can have. We're going to try, after this one, we're going to try the Jelly 2. Oh, by safe, I meant not breaking my phone. Ooh, well, there's always a possibility if you do it wrong, but just follow the instructions very carefully. There's also some communities that allow you to have a program that does it for you that is more successful. So maybe look into that, see if they support your phone. I don't know. It's a toss up for sure. Okay, so now we have the Nokia. Okay, it's looking. Again, AT&T just shut down 3G, so this device is technically not compatible, technically, but it's searching. The brightness is so low. Why is that? Maybe that's what I have from the past when I set it up. Let me go to settings. It is looking for a network. Display, wallpaper, brightness is at 50%. Yep, there you go. Probably to save battery, I used to use it at that brightness. So there you go. It's still searching. So I don't know if it's going to be successful. It says no SIM card on the number 1. So number 1 doesn't have SIM card. Number 2 is still searching. And it says AT&T. So we do have some success for the Nokia 8110. Technically not a VoLTE device for this one. So yes, Mike P. Are you in the US or another country? I don't know if you're asking me or Paul. So maybe that you guys can get into that. So it does work with AT&T. Let's try a tester phone call. Okay. Oh.
Attempting to place is not allowed from this line. Please dial 611 for customer service or dial 1-800-331.
So it does not work. Even though it's recognized right there, AT&T, as you see it, it does not work. And the reason why I'm thinking it does not work is because this device does not have VoLTE certifications here in the United States. So kind of to resume, as we are drawing near to an end for this live stream, essentially you are not able to work out some of the compatibility with AT&T. So some of the compatibility will not work for 3G devices. If you have LTE, it will. So that's the lesson so far. We're going to try another smart device. Yeah. Mike P, are you in the US or another country? I am in the US. So I am in the US right now, and I'm in mountain time, if that helps with networking or, whichever it is. My keys, yes, right here. So let's go and take out the SIM card tray. This one's a little difficult. Couple extra questions. If you do it wrong, you will break it. Yes. Have you ever break a phone when updating the OS? I have not. I always try to follow the instructions as close as possible. And there's always a way to put it in recovery mode, even if you mess up. There's always a way to put it in recovery mode that you're able to recover your device. So most devices have a recovery mode for those things that you can try again and apply the ROM again. So, yeah. All right. So, let's see. Let's continue with our testing of what phone works on AT&T as of today that has been shut down. The 3G has been shut down. This is a 4G LTE device. So, yes. So, 4G LTE devices, right? This is VoLTE. It's technically certified. It passed the certification, but it may not have everything. So yes, we're gonna have to wait and see. All right, Jelly 2. Let's put the brightness up so you guys can see something. Of course, this is filled with smart apps that you can take off, but this form factor, as I said yesterday, not yesterday, earlier today, will work out. Okay, let's see. So there it says wireless update. I'm connected to my Wi-Fi, so let me take that off. Let me put the mobile data on. And it says AT&T at the top. So we're going to test now and see if it works. Okay. Nope.
Attempting to place is not allowed from this line. Please dial 611 for customer service or...
So it is not working even on an LTE device. Now, you may be able to get data working since, well, how could they restrict that, right? Maybe they can. I don't know. It even says HD. I mean, I don't know if you can see it, but like right here at the top left, it does say HD. So for some reason, it is not working even on these links. But it's downloading something, so I don't know. It may not have the full compatibility. So there it is. So it's not allowing it. Okay, well, that's lesson learned. Whitelist. Some of it's being even going into the what's it called, like going into the MVNOs. It's restricting. So AT&T is starting to restrict some of these devices, even though this is unlocked. It's a smartphone by all means. It's LTE and it has the bands to support it. It's not working very well. So I personally would say just move away from AT&T. Even the MVNOs are going to start getting restricted. So it's kind of a bummer. However, let me show you something. This is something that we may try out here on our device. Let's go to our browser. So I saw something the other day, on Reddit, on the trusty Dumbphone Reddit. Let's go to the Dumbphone subreddit, and let's find the Titan Pocket from Unihertz. Instructions for Unihertz Titan Pocket on AT&T. I believe it's this one. Yeah. Okay. So it says, find an IMEI compatible or a compatible phone. Go to your nearest store and buy the cheapest AT&T prepaid device they have. Probably a flip phone. Write down its IMEI number. Then put it somewhere where no one else will activate it by mistake. Apparently, authorities get cranky about two phones showing the same IMEI number for some reason. Then dial. Okay. You see these instructions. You can find it, of course. Go to Dumbphone subreddit, instructions for Unihertz Titan Pocket on AT&T. Apparently, this person was able to use it. So we're going to test it as well, because I do have a lot of devices that are technically compatible with AT&T. So let's test it on camera and see if it works with this one. I also have a Titan Pocket here, but I want to test it with a different device to see if it's a little bit of the same process. So if I dial here, let me go to the instructions. If I dial here, start, okay, pound, star, or star pound, 08, pound, star. Look at that. Ladies and gentlemen, for Android at least, we have found a way to edit our IMEI for the different SIM cards. So what you want to do is find a compatible device, an approved device. I'm trying to think which of these devices that I have are approved that I will not get in trouble for activating a second IMEI. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to think. My destroyed Light Phone 2 will work for this if I'm able to find the IMEI of this device. Let me see. Yes, I know where the IMEI is. I do know where the IMEI is. I have it in one of my files. So let me edit this with that. Let me go to this one. The light phone. Yes, right here. Phone. I found my IMEI. Okay, guys. I'm going to edit it off camera for obvious reasons. We're going to... Ooh! Let me not do this right now. I almost messed up. I need to write down the IMEI of the Titan of this device first. Okay, and before I okay, I wrote it down. Perfect. Now I'm going to edit it. So pound star 08 star, pound star. Okay, perfect. Now I can edit it and figure it out my IMEI. Okay. 7. All right. Okay. IMEI saved. Please restart phone. Restart. Okay, so after I have edited the IMEI, we're restarting the device and seeing if that makes it work. This is an approved LTE device, so we're figuring it out. What is your profession? Paul, I've said it in past live streams, but yeah, no problem. Always willing to. Something's vibrating. Oh, maybe it's so many phones here. So I work with nonprofits, religious institutions, things like that, as a consultant, essentially, on work and do different trainings and whatever, just different things like that. So yeah, just I'm working with a church right now here in the area, and helping them grow and do different things. So yeah, that's what I do. My profession, at least as of now. So I changed the IMEI. We'll see if this time around AT&T is going to allow me to call. So I see the 4G, the HD data and everything. Let's call. No, still have the mistake.
To place is not allowed from this line.
So it's not allowed from this line. Apparently they have a way to still check my device for some reason, or maybe it's because the other one was still allowed, or it was still kind of like active. Let me see if I figure it out. Make a note of the SIM in case you ever need it back for some reason. Erase it, type the IMEI. Put your SIM card back, turn your phone on. Magically, the Titan Pocket is somehow compatible with the network again. Okay. Okay. Yep. There you go. So apparently that's that. I'm definitely going to go back because this is technically not legal, which is IMEI spoofing. It's technically not legal, but I mean, most people do it nowadays, especially because of these restrictions. But I feel like AT&T is now catching up and able to figure it out what's going on. 206. Okay. Well, I went back to my regular IMEI. So FCC, don't come after me. But apparently that's what's happening with AT&T. Some of the phones are working, some of the phones are not working. It's got to be very difficult to figure things out. How much for the Titan Pocket? If you don't want to sell it, where can I buy one? I believe Unihertz has plenty of Titan Pockets. And I believe I also read today that Jelly 2, the Jelly 2, or they're like trying to figure it out. Twitter, Jelly, Unihertz. I think they're trying to work with AT&T to get the certification necessary to make the Jelly 2 and the Titan Pocket available. So if you even buy some of these devices in the future, that's what we have so far. Ooh, I think we lost connection for a little bit. Maybe. I don't know. Are we still here? Maybe we are. I just saw the counter kind of go back. Maybe we've been here for too long. Anyways, guys, I gotta go back to work for the rest of the day. But that's some of the phones that we tested today. Some of them work. Some of them are not working fully on the AT&T network. Some of them are being blocked literally by AT&T, even though they have the compatibility. My recommendation is find a better carrier here in the United States. AT&T is definitely not, not the best for some of this stuff. Yeah, you dropped a couple times. Oh, sorry. Well, next time, please let me know when I'm dropped. Just I don't wanna be dropping all the time. Maybe my internet is not the most reliable. But anyways, guys, thank you for being here. And girls, and ladies, gentlemen, whoever's watching. Sometimes mainly gentlemen are commenting, so or at least gentlemen sounding names to me. You could have a different name in your country. I know people that have names that do sound like females, but they're males completely. This is a completely different topic. Let me not get into this. But Chelsea, right there. Chelsea, is that a male name or a female name? I don't know. Different countries, different things. But ladies, gentlemen, everyone else, thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Not trying to get into a political rant here about political preferences and namings and all of that stuff. Whoever you are, thank you for watching this live stream. All right. Have a great day. And if you have any questions, make sure to drop them in the chat. Make sure to drop them in the videos, and I will